figure out what flow this is. Hello, dealer. Did you trade today? Did gold drop? I told you it dropped. I don't think gold is ever stable. What's the price now? What's the weather like in your city? I wonder who else is watching now. The woman was scratching her head, pulling her hair out. Very disconcerting. Today is the cheap kebab day at the Turkish shop. 250M. What time is it, Dilo? No one else there. Anyone tell me the time? Hey. I can't understand the way that. I will give £5 million to the next person that says something. Too late. Hello, Julian. How are you? It's a nice day today in Japan. You're not sleeping. Do you see many of those homeless people near you, or the drug takers? I usually go to, most of the times I usually go to bed I've got something to do the next day. I've got to bed about 10, something like that, or I jump in bed and then I just watch television and drift off, or watch the computer. I think the computers, they're on the way out, because my kids don't use a computer. They think everything is enough with their cell phone. Everything they want to do is with their cell phone. I bought a nice computer, well, for me, with the expectation of maybe doing a gaming channel. Just too busy. Just got so much to do. Yeah, I think my daughter's got a laptop. I offered to give my son a computer. He said no. So a Chinese man came by my yard today. No, I've only ever done it once, a few times. It's just a pain in the ass. You know, it's a great skill, but even people that are good at it, you know, it takes them a long time to edit their videos. Tokyo Sam, or TKY Sam, he edited a brilliant video once, but God, it must have taken him ages to do it. Wow. Yeah, when someone first said to me, like, he goes, "Oh, the video's rendering," I thought it was taking the piss. And I think he does plays for everything. He writes plays and musicals, whatever. And I think he bought a super duper computer to enable him to do that. A very expensive one. No, I had a laptop and it just was out of date. I hate Apple. I will never buy Apple. So all these people that work for all the tech companies, they're now selling their shares when they lost their job, and now the share price is going down. So maybe their workmates that have still got a job are not very happy with that. You see that? That reminds me of Newton Fig Biscuits. They look quite nice, actually. Is that an American? Is Newton Fig Biscuits? Is that American? Well, either way, we had fig biscuits in Britain, and I've tasted it. I think I've had Newtons in America. It's a great biscuit. 12,000. That's why they're not paying me. What would happen if they start, all the big channels that are making all the money? What if they just started killing those channels to save money? Hello, Rachel. Yeah, I don't think people feel sorry for these people. And I think that when they go online and then they're bragging off about, their office, workspace, gym, swimming pool, food. You know, there's got to be a limit to what they can actually do. And not only that, just I think people are just happy to just to watch the videos. Well, I think what they should do to save money, Facebook as well, is to just they don't need to have all this storage facility for all these, you know, they for all these people that are storing the films. You know, this cloud space. Starting at 200,000. Is he a genius or something? 200,000. It's because of bloody people like that. So I've heard that when they went to Menlo Park, they just paid any amount of money for rent. They didn't care, and that just drove up the prices. But what you do, I don't know. What you do, I guess if you're a boy or a girl and you're at those companies, you're probably gonna fall in love with someone that's of a similar pay grade. Would you have him on your quiz team? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, dry cleaners as well. Oh my God. So what kind of people are they laying off then? Those salaries are amazing, aren't they? So amongst all those, there are some losers or people just not pulling the weight. You're being, they're all being watched. You know, when I went to New York and I actually stayed with a guy. His name was Steve, and he was a friend of mine. He was a friend of a friend from Sheffield. So he was a Sheffield lad, and I stayed with him, and we went out drinking after he finished work. And he had a great apartment in Queens, one of those what you see from the 1950s or 60s, with the big radiators. It was a fantastic apartment. But his job was working in a big office, and his job was to deliver mail. So they had a central mail office, and he would be going into the mail office and then going up and down all the floors delivering the mail. And I just wondered, I could do that. I could do that at Google. I'd start at 150,000. Dress up as Santa, making everybody smile. Yeah, but even that, I know it's definitely happening on Facebook, where you go to look at a message or a comment and they just don't show all the comments. Yeah, it's just a bit, you know, it's a bit like at the football clubs, isn't it? You know, when they have all these people on like hundreds of thousands of dollars and pound salaries, and the people that, you know, that clean the stadium, clean the football rooms, wash the kits, you know, and bring tea for the players. You know, they expect them to work for the lowest of low wages. You know, it's. I hope that the football players, like, you know, give those boys and girls, well, old men, old women, you know, like a £5 or a 10 quid, 20 quid now and again. I heard somewhere they were going to make it 22, or was that San Francisco, make it $22 an hour? I had a good day today, 34,000. But I was very lucky when I went to 3 pickups and there was something there on the last 3 pickups that was really nice. So yeah, you've got to live with your parents. I guess that's a big problem now, isn't it? If you live in one of these expensive cities and you live with your mum and dad, or you don't live with your mum and dad, and they die, who gets the house? If you got, if you if you if there's like siblings, but they're fighting like crazy. Well, I know it's a friend. She was in. She's a teacher, and she was in the I met her in the go. We went to the writers group, and they're amongst others. They like my poetry, and she's got a beautiful house in Culver City. Absolutely beautiful house. You know, probably worth $500,000 now. She doesn't. She's not married. She doesn't have any children, but she does have a niece, and I doubt she'll leave it to me. No, but even if there's a will, you know, like for example, one kid, you know, there's always going to be one kid that's helping out and one kid that's not doing anything, but still wants to share. $6 million. And is that for a house on its own piece of land? And there's $6 million. And that's a small house. Ow. Oh, they want the land and then they want to build a bigger place on it. In Japan, there's some kind of relation to how much you can build regarding the size of the land. You know, the square footage of the house in relation to the square footage of the land. So if it's a small piece of land, you can't build on like a 15-story block of flats. I think he's trying to insult me. John the Jew. Wasn't he the Baptist? Awesome. Goddamn formulas. Well, I've only been drinking a lot less than usual because I've always got something to do the next day. Well, if you can get a cheap place, yeah. Well, I know someone. He's just bought a place in the countryside for 2 million yen, which is probably $15,000, and he's got a house on it and a warehouse. So that's brilliant. So that's what I want to look for. Or maybe I could turn my place into it, where it's already a warehouse. I just don't know it. No, because people are leaving, people are dying. Hey, if you drive around this area, lots of houses are abandoned. And if they put, no, I don't, my wife wouldn't fucking do it. I had about 8 million yen in cash, and she wouldn't do it. She says not in Japan. So I invested it and lost it, thanks to George Bush and Tommy Lee Jones' fucking twat roommate. I bought a house when I was 20 years old. When I was 10 years old, I figured I was talking to my granddad about buying a house because it was stupid to rent. I just, why did they give people other money? Why do they give other people their money? Why don't they buy? No, I haven't got a pension in Japan. I've got one in England. So I should have got it 4 years ago, but my brothers would not send me the money so I could open up a bank account. So I cannot open a bank account unless I have a very high salary. I think if my salary is 2,000, but you've got to put it into the bank as well. So if my salary is £2,000, I think, a month, then I can open a bank account online. No, I can't in Japan. No. I need to open up. If I open one I've got one in Japan. But if they send the money, then the pound is shite at the moment. So I would lose quite a bit of money. But for example, if it was 200 yen or 250 yen, then that's something I could do. I could get the money sent over. I thought it was rising, but now it's slipped back. I don't know. What? Have a look. Is it 160, 165? No, no, not at the moment. It isn't. No. The top rate was two. No, I would spend. I would spend that money. I would spend the money in England when I was in England with the pound, and then I can spend my money what I earn here. So. No, but because the American bastards, they were saying that that all these people that were sending money, they were terrorists or sending it to terrorist associations or terrorist groups. Well, it doesn't matter whether it does or not, but I'll just spend that money when I'm in England. Because I don't want to transfer all that money and then something happened and the fucking pound jumps to like over 200. The pound at its strongest was 262 yen. For example, look at the American dollar. Who would have said, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that the American pound, the American dollar would reach 145 yen again? Who would have said that? No one. But any American or Japanese that is doing foreign exchange or has got businesses between Japan and America, they're having a great time now. You think the dollar's going to 200? Oh, then are we going to be invaded by obnoxious Americans? That's nice. I've even heard now from a friend that if you're British and you've been living overseas and you need hospital treatment, even though you paid into the system when you were younger, they're just it's going to be difficult. There's a problem because normally that treatment would be free. But the thing is, how do they know? I guess maybe they've got some kind of NHS card now. I don't know. I'll have to say that I was knocked on the head and I don't remember where I am. No, it's not me. No, they're just being twats. It's nothing to do with the mass migration. All the migrants will get their treatment free. It's the people like me and expats here that are paid into the system returning home. But I don't see myself living in England again, not for a long time. For a long period of time. I've got one friend here and he went back to he knocked a Japanese woman. He's similar age to me. He knocked up a Japanese woman, and he was married. That led to his divorce, and now he's back in England. Yeah, they were saying, well, someone was on this live stream last week, and he was from Turkey, and he was saying a lot of British are now in Turkey. Have you seen that film with Colin Firth? Is it Love Only? You know, when Colin Firth goes to Portugal and he meets a girl, he has a translator or something, or a cook and cleaner, and he falls in love with her. Have you seen that? Yeah, well, I'd get the sister. Colin Firth, in that film, Colin Firth's cleaner cook is a very attractive girl, and the sister is not. So it would be a good joke if you knew the film. Yeah, actually, I think we share the same bloodline. There's a photograph of my dad, and he looks very similar to Colin Firth. So I think somewhere back down the line. I don't think he'll send me any money, though. Or get me in a film. Yeah, my sister was living in Spain. Being looked after. My brothers were sending her £1,000 a month, and she already had the accommodation. They bought a place there, and I went there, and you see all the British. It's fucking depressing. But when I first went to Tenerife, I went to the north of the island, and it was really cheap. And it was great, like an old square, traditional Spanish. It was fantastic. The good thing is, your average British person wouldn't go there. Where did you go? You went to the Canary Islands? Or are you referring to what I said? Well, you went to several cities in the Canary Islands? Yeah, because it's on the mainland. It'd be pretty cool. I have been to the mainland in February. Well, you can't have gone on the Canary Islands then, can you? Did you go to the artist city? Did you go and see Dali's city? It's very retro. It's well worth a visit, I've been told. Did you go to Reina Sofia Art Museum? That's where they have the Guernica painting. Yeah, well, I used to study when I used to drive to weddings. I used to study travel Spanish, and I actually went to Madrid and I went into a shop and I used my Spanish to order a what is a boca quesadilla, bocadilla with jamon serrano and goat cheese. I was very happy with myself. Yeah, maybe if I won on the lottery, I'd just travel all the time. Stay away from dodgy looking characters. That's it, jamon serrano. So if a bocadilla is a small sandwich, is a peccadillo, is that a small pecker? Oh, congratulations. It's easy to learn, easy to forget. I know I can remember a few phrases. Mi nombre is Gary. Yeah, I can still come up with a few phrases. It's a good language. I like it. But like I said, I just used to listen to the same track going to and from the mountains, like a 90-minute journey each way. Oh, Spanish is your first language. Oh, I see. What's your second language? I'm a very funny guy. Sí, sí puede. Oh, really? Okay. I know guy that was in. He's here. He was born in Argentina. Wow, you got everything in there. Wow. So where did you when did you go? Did you go to America at what age? Okay, you managed to do you speak English with an accent, or you managed to lose the accent when speaking English? That young actress who became very famous for the chess game. She was born in Argentina and then moved to London when she was 6. Can't remember her name. Do you speak Italian as well? Did your Italian parents have any German friends when you were growing up? Did they have to leave Italy very suddenly? It's a joke, Julian. Yeah, well, it's not just in Argentina, is it? So maybe probably all in the South American continent. Yeah, those stories are always coming out, aren't they, about the old guy with the moustache in the countryside. But when you think about it, though, it really wouldn't have been all that difficult to pull off, would it? You know, getting a similar looking guy. Well, it didn't have to be similar looking, just a similar height, similar build. Oh, there you go. But when you think about it, though, it's just like Putin now. I don't think he really hasn't got many friends, has he? So I don't think many people would be supporting him. Because at the end of the day, Hitler did fuck up. And he ended up with Germany being destroyed. They're fleecing Putin. In what way? You have no friends, or I'm proud of it. I thought we were friends, Rachel. Friends away from the okay. Yeah, the thing is though, Julian, you know, people say you get people on this moneyist thing, and they're saying like they're planning their retirement when they're 45 or 55. But the thing is, if you've got nothing to do, you will die. You can't just leave your apartment and go down to the beach 365 days a year. Mateless and dateless and berateless. So have you never had a boyfriend, Rachel? I haven't. Yeah, Delo's interested. He's a Muslim virgin. Muslim boyfriends are only after one thing, and that's people's money. Other people's money. What do you think of this, Ray? You look at it. Well, I think this looks all right, doesn't it? What about that? That looks very, very nice. I like the look of that. That says, it doesn't say the shop. Peach cobbler. I've never had a peach cobbler, but it looks nice. All right, Jason. Been a while, mate. These look all right, don't they? You don't eat chicken? I don't know, but it looks not. Maybe just might be recommending for people to make. But that curry on the front page looked quite good. Yeah, maybe it's stuff to make its own. Looks quite nice, actually. Oh, there it is. There's the recipe. Oh, don't you? What's up, Dash? You've hit the hard times, have you? Do I get bored in Japan? No, I'm too busy working. Oh, is Rachel inviting me over to Australia? I think, how can you get bored in Queensland? You're always running away from spiders. How far is it to the beach, Rach? What's the most important price, Dash? How much is a pint of beer? How much is a schooner, mate? You walk for 4 kilometers to the beach. I'm impressed. 15 what? Well, I'm not sure, but probably you're still getting on my hoda here. Oh, you must be fit then, Rach. And is that as a posh pub? Sounds like Rachel's is fit as a butcher's dog, as people used to say. Do you know when? Why don't you get a car, or you do it for the exercise? You know, here, Jace, you don't get much lamb, but you can get it at half price if you wait enough. The Brunswick. There might be a Brunswick in Sheffield. They used to make 10-pin bowling machines. The Fiat 500, is that the size of the engine? That's small, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, but that beer that you can buy for $15 is absolute shite, Julian. What happened? Did you have a scrap? I'm going to take this home with me, this magazine. It looks quite good. Eh? 1.2 litre? Why is it called Fiat 500? When I was last in America, really, it's just like you get $1, you get like $1. American beer was like $5 for a 6-pack, and like foreign beer, which was all right, wasn't. But I used to get I used to get New Zealand beer. What was it? Was it just drunk, or he was just he was drunk? Yeah. Yeah, Mexican beer is good. I worked in a Mexican restaurant, Dos Equis, La Bohemia. Yeah, you don't. You give me a clip. I think I'd have given him a fucking slap, fucking pissing on your leg. That's tick. That's not. Not only is it taking the piss, it's giving the piss. Was he a mate? Wow, that's cheap. Now that's a good thing about being in America. In America, 24 pack of Bohemia for $16. And then what happened? Did you shove him or punch him or slap him? Or did you start having a piss fight? Yeah, it's cold at night, but sometimes it's been warm. Warm in daytime. It's warm today. Yeah, well, it is summer. Then I felt like. All right, Julian, been good chatting. Take care, pal. Hasta luego. Australians don't need pheromone, do they? I thought they just grabbed the woman by the hair. Cheers, Rich. Well, what happened in there? Was that when you got kicked out? Get this youngin out of the bar. He's not 50. You were getting felt up. That's what happens. That's what happens in Turkish queer bars. You get felt up. Have you ever seen anyone making felt? It's got to be one of the hardest jobs in the world. It's like rolling a continuous mattress. fucking looks tough. So did you get taken home then, Jason? Well, I think yep, not so many trans here. The only trans we like, or in fact, I'm going to make a video. I just lifted a big trans onto the back of the truck this afternoon. Fuck, that was heavy. No wonder my back's creaking. Oh, so I didn't beat him up, he actually killed him then. You know, there's a difference between beating people up and killing them, Rach. Well, it's not a strange world, it happens all the time. You got to start from the top of the jeans, not from the bottom. If you pull on from the bottom, you'll never get them off. Well, don't try the Daily Mail then. Oh my God. I think actually there is a newspaper that's called the Good News newspaper. Yeah, I've got a story about that, but I can't tell it while Rachel's on. Volume is down. What? Me talking? I haven't touched anything. I wonder if someone's left this here. I wonder if someone's brought it in and left it. Some of the food looks quite good. Give me a thumbs up after you tell the story. Well, it's nothing about sweat. It's all sexual, Rach. It's when I was in the Marines. We were on a course in Exeter, well, near Exeter. That was the hospital that I had to go to. Do you like sashimi, Rach? You know, look at this. Like that. Oh, you mean tell the story when you go like that? I see what you mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I can't tell. Who's idiots? So you're going to look away then, Rachel? Okay. Well, turn it down then and I'll tell the story. I see what you mean now. Okay, I understand. So, Jason, we were on this course in marine course in Limpston, and we went out for the night. And a group of us, and we ended up pulling these two. Me and this other kid pulled two birds. I was about 23. He was similar age or a bit younger. And so we went back to this mother and daughter's house. So I shagged the mother, and like I was like playing about with her arse or something like that, and she had clinkers on her arse. And she said, and she said to me, I fancied you because you looked like my boyfriend. I was fucking 23. She was about fucking 44. And the other guy was shagging the daughter in the next room. So he wasn't sure. So the next day we went to the Exeter Hospital for an all. I had a girlfriend then, and we got the all clear. What are 3G wagons, Jason? It's a supermarket. This is the eating area, so you can eat here, but you can't drink. Who's this knob? No, it's been going up, Jason. 20%. Fuel hasn't changed. Yeah, fuel hasn't changed one bit. What about in Australia? Hello, Matri-san. They're still giving away houses, maybe, but not around here. All those old American cars spruced up. They're about 5 million yen. Akia? No. But he's out for a litre. Well, my new landlord wants some more money. It's more expensive in England, isn't it? Newcastle Dark, you mean Newcastle Brown? They've got lots of. The breweries make dark ale here. The Japanese breweries make dark ale. Also, you can get Guinness. So today, the cheapest here is 156 yen. 156 yen per litre. Which is just over $1 a litre. When the problem is if you take out a big loan when it's a very low interest rate, then you're very silly. Sunoco Racing Fuel. We're still going to carry on racing. Did you know that airplane fuel is paraffin? So what is this? Akia Homes, they buy really cheap and then sell expensive, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's probably no decent ones though. I don't know. I'm hoping that the prices are going to come down to what they used to before. Like 60,000, 70,000. Yeah, I was looking at a house once and they wanted 12.5 million yen, and it was a massive house and a new grandma house. And they wanted half price, 12.5 million yen near this area because the old guy committed suicide in the toilet. I've had a fucking witch living next door to me for 20 years. What then? Are they going to live in Japan? See a lot of the time, what happens is if a house is abandoned, the owner or grandma or granddad could be in hospital, and they can't sell the house until the grandma or granddad dies. Oh, really? What is that all over? Is that all over Norway? I don't know what you mean, Jason. You mean if a place is warm outside, then you go into a building and it's cold? Well, I'll have to watch out for that. Send me a link on one. Send me a link on as a comment on one of my videos. No, they can. A house can be like 20 years old, and they can knock it down. Oh, I didn't know that, Jason. There's, when I bought my house, my brother was in the next room to me, and he was like getting scared because there's a fucking. He could hear a tapping. So I went into his room, and it was a fucking window, like little. It was a little window, like a fucking 10-inch window that was being blown open by the fucking wind. The fucking prick. Just fucking call the Ghostbusters. Yeah, there were old. There are always cities that are offering like 1 million yen or 5 million yen, but it's got to be to a young family. Same in Italy. In England, you can buy something like that for a quid or €1, as long as you're willing to spend money on it and stay there 5 years. Is that a fucking pink turd? If I were you, I'd go to the doctors. It looks like you've got colon cancer. Yeah, I've done it. I've had a yellow one when I've been drinking too much milk. What about drinking like a liter of green tea? I wonder if that'll fix it. You could have a shit channel. So I went to this electrician's today and he got 2 pieces of electrical equipment. Nearly fucking broke me back getting on truck. What's a Berocca? I haven't had fucking beetroot in ages. And I think I've got some in the fridge. What's a Berocca, Jason? Is it a very old car? Very old car. Can any of you girls speak Japanese? I read a lot of the languages that they learnt in Australian schools was Japanese and Indonesian. Jason, you still haven't told me what a fucking Berocca is. Is it like a Veruca? Yeah, I think, the writing is, but the thing is, with hiragana and katakana, you can learn it in 2 weeks. And it does put a lot of people off, but if you learn it, it increases your language better. Yeah, if she can speak Japanese, yeah. Subway, yeah, but just ask. Yeah, that could be she's already experienced in doing Subway sandwiches. There's a Subway in Nagoya. Subway shop. Yeah, she's used to making it, yeah. Just learn some basic Japanese. But is that what happened when that guy pissed on your leg? What's up with your fucking piss, mate? Right, guys, I'm going to get off and see if they've got any cheap bentos. Don't worry, I've got loads of bread at home. Make me send a sandwich. What do you mean, is it busy? Yeah, Nagoya is the workhorse of Japan. It's where all the car industries are. What did you do to him? Just shoved him into the machine. Yeah, it is, yeah. I went to Gusto's on Sunday morning. It was fucking packed. The car park was packed. And I went to another place. I went to the bathhouse. That was packed. Yeah, and I thought it was a special day. Yeah, it's getting... they must have started spending the money. Yeah, I think so. As far as I'm concerned, the metal prices are still staying high, so that's good. Don't want to seem like a selfish bastard, but October cabbage. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. Been good chatting, been a good live stream. Jason, don't let anyone else piss on your leg. Come to Japan, I'll do it. And you, love. Bye-bye. Woohoo! 2 yellow hearts. I don't know what that means. What's yellow heart mean? See you later, alligators.